Hi everyone, welcome back to another Catapult with Chris. It's midday on New Year's Day. Happy New Year to everyone that's already celebrated it, and to those of you that are only a few hours away or an hour away or half an hour away, I hope you have a wonderful New Year's when it starts. I hope you have some nice celebrations and really enjoy it. Now, I'm going to use products which I've just recently used because they're really exceptional, but I'm going to try them with an actual hairbrush today. So the soap is one of Spencer Franco's. It's an Australian Private Reserve Bay City, which just smells incredible. And I thought, what better way to start off the new year than using a soap and splash, which I really enjoyed. Now, the brush I'll be using, I've got soaking here, and it is the Simog Owners Club get that there. Owners Club 2012 Special Edition. Now this one is pretty much the same knot that is in the Simog Caravella. If you do a bit of research on that, have a read up on it. It's one of the best knots apparently that Simog ever made. It's a 50% badger, 50% boar bristle. It's a very short loft actually. I didn't realise how short it was until I started comparing it to my badgers and things like that, and even the boar. It is a very short lofted brush, but it works lovely. It's got lovely, maybe just a touch too much scritch for me, but this is the first time I've used it since I got it back from Spencer, and he did beat the shit out of it for me for quite a considerable amount of time, and it did smell lovely when I got it back of K-Shave, where it's great delicious. So I'm just loading straight out of the puck. No need to bloom this stuff, I tell you what, this is an amazing lathering soap for such a minimal amount of ingredients. Spencer's told me to get stuck into the splash, so I might have some with my dinner later and pop some in with some whiskey or something. It is tasty stuff. So let's get this well loaded up. I don't want to be scrimping. Right, just wet the face. I'm just going to grab the excess out of the tub because I don't want to waste that. It's full of lovely goodness. So I'm interested to see how it lathers up with a natural hair brush. I'm not too bad with this brush compared to others. It does whip up a nice lather, but let's just see how she goes. Excuse me. I didn't have much to drink yesterday. I drove down to the Mandurah foreshore, which is my sort of local city. It's only a small city, but it's not even really a city, but it's called Mandurah City. So we drove down there, went for a lovely meal at the Thai restaurant, Silk Thai in Mandurah, which is pretty much my favourite Thai restaurant over here. In fact, it's one of my favourite restaurants, just hands down, no matter what. Right, just going to dip the tips now. So we took all the kids down there with my extended family, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law and their two kids, my niece and nephew, and mother-in-law and father-in-law. We had a lovely meal. We then went down onto the foreshore and watched the fireworks at 9 o'clock for the kids, and then we came home, and it was then that I managed to get a couple of ciders and enjoyed it. I managed to get home. I just caught the last 20 minutes of the Manchester City game. Priorities right on New Year's Eve. I couldn't believe it. Crystal Palace penalty in the 90th minute to win the game against City, and he stepped up, hit the penalty like a girl. No offence to girls out there, but he kicked it like a powder puff. It was utter crap. Never quite understood people that take penalties like that. Right, let's get some scrub into this. Oh yeah, it's not as scritchy as it used to be, which is nice. Still got a little bit, but I'm actually thinking that over time, over maybe the next 10, 15, 20 uses, I actually think that scritch will eventually start going. There's not much there. As you can see, I've overloaded the brush quite considerably. Sorry Spence, I'm wasting your soap here, mate. Not that you care that much, you get that much bloody soap. I think you can win more than me now. And now that you're on Facebook, you're screwed. Absolutely screwed. You can only get worse on there.
Yeah, and I've got to have lights on for night, yeah.
So I've got some nice video footage of the fireworks down here. It's nothing like the Sydney fireworks or anything like that, but considering it's our local one, and fireworks are actually banned over here, so the only time you can get them is at special events, Australia Day and New Year's Eve and things like that, celebration days. And the taxpayer's paying for it, so you want to get down there and see the bloody things. I don't know if you guys know this, but this ladder is insanely good. And it's from a natural hairbrush from me. That's no dig at natural hairbrushes, it's mainly a skill thing from my behalf that's done for that good, but this is just exceptional. And don't get me wrong, so it's really the thing that's making this easy for me. Because it's beautiful. It's extremely easy to use. Cannot argue with that. You really can't. The brush is kite. Oh, I've lost a little bit there. Brush is absolutely kite. Right.
Well, we are technically facing this way at the minute. To face that way.
Beautiful scented soap. It is a bay rum scented soap, but there's no clove in it. I think it's blackberry, I think Spencer said was the actual sort of main focus on it. And it is quite fruity smelling. There's a bit of cinnamon in the background. There's a nice dark orange, it's sweet but dark, and it just works, it's beautiful. Razor blade for today, the Gillette 7 o'clock black super platinum, and it is inside the MJ90 from RazoRock. Probably my mildest razor next to that supply razor of Spencer's, but I'm going to give this a go. I just need to make sure before I opt in for the old trade for that supply razor whether I really need it or not. So let's see what this should do. It's a great razor. Now I watched Spencer's, I don't know why it came on, I think it came on after one of his other shoes. I watched it when he used the Alpha Ecliptic, the aluminium, and he said the feedback was great, he loved it. And the same with this. It does have it's almost a tinny sort of feedback, but it's nice, it's quite crisp. And once again wearing my Manchester United shirt, one of my other ones, one of my many. They play tonight or tomorrow morning at 2:15 in the morning, I think it's a 2:30 kick-off in the morning, so as per usual, I'll be there. I'm not back to work until Wednesday, so I can recover tomorrow before I get back into work again. This soap's exceptional, it's great. And the scent on it's brilliant. It's easy to lather, smells phenomenal. Oh. Scent strength out of the tub's about a 4 or 5, and then it sits around about a 5 or a 6 once you actually lather it on your face. You've done a good job on this brush, Spencer. Wow, feels much better. And as you can see, it's not struggling to lather. Splays relatively well, plays easily actually. But still got great scrub. Look at that. Second lather with the Simog Boja, as I like to call it, and it's phenomenal. The soap's incredible. The brush is great. The razor's smooth, really smooth. Now, one thing I prefer this over the supply razor. This is a very mild razor. It's probably got a similar amount of blade feel as the supply razor. You don't really feel the blade at all, if I'm honest. But one thing I like over this one, or two things, is the feedback's a lot louder, a lot crisper. But I can also feel the blade ever so slightly cutting. I can feel it on my skin. I can feel it actually cutting through the hair follicles. Really nice. At the end of the day, the supply razor still took out my number one razor, because I don't think I've never had a better shave than that. Both times I've used it's been lovely. That first time was just amazing. The second time, which was yesterday, was still a great shave. It really was. Super smooth, super comfortable, well, very little irritation. Someone brought up a good point about the irritation. I generally say, well, I haven't got any irritation at all, but I have. Everyone gets irritation from a shave. But some razors allow you to have great irritation management, as he said, and that makes much more sense. You're managing the irritation. If you can manage it to the point where you don't feel anything, then you've done well. A bit of soap in my eye there. That's never happened before. This is also a phenomenal brush for head shaves, because it does have that amazing scrub. Oh, I can't argue with that. 3 wonderful lathers from an exceptional soap and a really nice brush, followed up by a beautiful shave. It's also a razor I very, very rarely get a weeper with, or a cut. Well, I've never had a cut from it, but any weepers or anything like that. Very smooth. That's against the grain there. It slices through against the grain, no problem. Oh yes. Whew. Soap gives you so much slickness and protection. Now, last time I used this soap, I jumped straight into witch hazel afterwards. God, look at the bags under my eyes. Holy shit. Straight to witch hazel, and then I put the splash on. Today I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go straight into the splash and just see how it feels straight on your skin after a shave. Oh, the post shave feel just from the soap, like I said last time, it's brilliant. And just to sort of highlight that you don't have to chuck 1,000 ingredients into your soaps. There's hardly anything in it. Literally, stearic acid, glycerin, tallow, coconut oil, castor oil, fragrance, shea butter, lanolin and silk protein. It's got everything in it that you want in a shaving soap, and it's got it all in one. It's got all these beautiful products that offer great. Oh, it's just If it was my soap, I think it would possibly have picked #1 yesterday for Barrister Man, but because it's Spencer's, I couldn't give him #1 on 2 accounts. Beautiful shave. Right, straight into the splash. So I'm going to give it a good shake, because I did notice there was a little bit of oil residue build up down here when I used it last time. I gave it a good shake afterwards and it came off straight away. So I think if you give these a good shake, it lets all the oils mix lovely. And the scent on this is just stunning. It really is a fruity bay rum. This is where I got that hint of cinnamon. I still get that beautiful orange. There's a little bit of a fruity tinge to it, and then you've got the rum as well. It's just stunning. And my wife likes this, which is surprising. She hates bay rum scent, but she loves this scent. So that says a lot for me how good this splash is. So here we go. Good splash of that. Shit. One of my wife's hairs in my hands. Right now. Oh God, it smells great. It's like a balm. It's almost. You coming on video? That was better now. So there we go. Now, it's not oily at all. Put your hands in the cold water, it rinses off straight away. But when you're putting that on your skin, it doesn't feel like a watery splash, it feels like a beautiful, I mean that's just, oh, it feels great. Lovely scent. Burn wise, there's not much burn on it. It's a very light burn, but it's nice. But post shave feel is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Right. That was a cold water shave, but the water over here is pretty lukewarm at the moment, so it's a lukewarm sort of shave, I suppose. Just going to rinse this soap out. I do this every single shave. Watch my channel for a while. I normally do it one video, sometimes I don't. Basically, that's what I'm looking for. Just clean top layer of soap, nothing more about it, no pro lather, no rubbish at all. Give the brush a good clean out. The brush felt lovely today. It is a lovely knot anyway, it's a good scrubby knot. A little bit of scritch in there now, but there's less scritch than there was when I sent it to Spencer, which is great, so thanks mate for beating the shit out of it for a while. Losing a few hairs there, which is unusual. lovely. Just pop the lid back on there. So, as you guys seen at the start of the video, Australian Private Reserve, and it is Bay City. Now, there are new labels and everything out for Australian Private Reserve, which I quite like. The sort of Art Nouveau sort of, I don't know, they're just really nice, lovely sort of pastel colours, pastel blues and pinks and purples and things, really nice. And he's really upped his game on that, and he's got the product down to a T, really has. It's shit hot soap, tremendous splash, with those new labels and everything on there, and the whole experience of it all, it's exceptional stuff, it really is. So hands down to, he just makes great stuff. Dan Bushmore over at Australian Private Reserve. So finished off today with the Splash, exact same scent, Bay City, which smells incredible. I've got a lovely warmth on my skin now. There's no menthol in there, but that's so, it's just phenomenal. It's got a very similar, a reminiscent sort of feel to it as Nivea Too Faced, where you get that beautiful post-shave moisturisation from it with the glycerin or whatever else is in there with it. There is shit tons of ingredients in there. I would assume they're all going to be good for you, but I can't read them because they're too small without my glasses on. The brush today was the Simog Owners Club 2012. Boja, 50% Badger, 50% Boa. Smells phenomenal now. It's starting to, the tips are starting to look lovely on it, it really is. Beautiful brush. I've lost a few hairs there today, which I was a bit surprised about, but that could just be getting bumped around when it was getting sent to and from the eastern states and back here again. RazoRock MJ90, aluminium head, titanium handle, with a German black blade. But fucking German. A Gillette 7 o'clock. Where are these blades made? I don't know, it doesn't say. If they're made in Germany, I'm pretty good. I must be good at that, but I don't think they will be. So it's super platinums. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was an absolutely phenomenal shave, which I really enjoy. What a way to bring in the start of 2018, 1st of January 2018. So I've got 14 days to go before I start my new job in the transit guards. Really looking forward to it. A little bit of stability back into our lives, which would be nice, especially with our daughter starting full-time dancing on the 29th of January. So it's going to be a huge year. It's going to be exhausting. There's going to be a lot going on. There'll be a lot of tears, I can tell you that right now. There's going to be a lot of tears. But other than that, thanks very much for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have a wonderful new year. I hope the start of your new year is great. If you've made any resolutions, stick to them. Mine is just to get fit again and lose a little bit of weight. I put a bit of weight on, like myself and my good buddy Ken Lee over in Texas. It's time to put the pedal to the metal. I'll let myself go over the last 14 days before I start this new job, and that's really what I'm looking at now, is just to get stuck back into a healthy lifestyle and back into fitness again and start enjoying it again. But other than that, you guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.